Booktubers from around the world's 3-in-1 series topic for February is books you love to reread. Hey guys, welcome back to Book Your Imagination. My name is Anne. Booktubers from around the world is a Goodreads group started by Cherry Walker. I have a link to Cherry's channel and the Goodreads group below. If you're a booktuber anywhere in the world and you would like to join our group, we would love to have you. Each month we do a 3-in-1 series topic where we recommend 3 books that fit a particular topic. The topic for February is books you love to reread. Now, if you're a Harry Potter fan, it kind of goes without saying that Harry Potter is a series that is well worth rereading, and it's probably the book series I've read the most. But the purpose of this series is to introduce you to books you may not be familiar with, so I'm not including Harry Potter in this list of books to reread. So here are my top 3. At number 1 is Fly By Night by Frances Hardinge. Fly By Night was her debut novel. She had an agent and there was a bidding war for this novel. HarperCollins won the bid and this was published in 2005. Now this is actually one of the few physical books that I own. I don't know if I have a first edition, but I do have a very early edition of this book. But I don't have it with me here in San Francisco. I do have it on hold at the library because I'm planning to read it as part of Michael at Catalyst Reads Rereadathon for 2018. Isn't it interesting that a book that is 13 years old I have to put on hold at the library? I think that really speaks to its popularity. So this story takes place in a completely different world from our own, but the setting is more akin to our medieval time period. It's the story of 12-year-old Maska Mai, a girl who is orphaned and she's raised by her cruel uncle who locks her in his mill. Her only friend is her pet goose. Then a smooth-talking con man, eponymous Glint, comes to town and he loves words as much as Maska does. Maska knows how to read, and in this world that is a very rare and dangerous skill. Maska decides she wants to run away with Eponymous with her goose. But more accurately, she burns down her uncle's mill and she rescues Eponymous because his con didn't go so well, but she rescues him only if he agrees to take her with him. Soon, Maska and Eponymous find themselves in the middle of a national conspiracy, discovering secret societies, following shady characters onto floating coffee houses, and entangling themselves with crazed dukes and double-crossing racketeers. And it's exactly the life that Maska wanted. Number 2 on my list is actually 2 books, 2 short stories by Brandon Sanderson, Perfect State and The Emperor's Soul. Now, if you haven't read anything by Brandon Sanderson and you're a little bit intimidated by the Mistborn series, this is a really good place to start. The reason I like these books is because they're basically a master class in how to write a short story. Both of them have the primary plot, but they also have subplots, which is really difficult to do with a short story. The characters are rich, complex, and well developed, and they're 2 completely separate genres. Perfect State is 100% science fiction, and The Emperor's Soul is 100% fantasy, and it is part of the Cosmere. Because these are short stories, I'm not going to give you a synopsis of them. I have talked about both of these on my channel before. Just get them and read them. They are really outstanding stories. And number 3 on my list is the Uglies series by Scott Westerfeld. There are 4 books in this series: Uglies, Pretties, Specials, and Extras. Now, I kind of expected this story to be about the general societal complaint about unrealistic expectations in beauty, but it wasn't. It was more about government intrusion and authoritarianism than it was about beauty. In this dystopian society, everyone is considered ugly. But when you turn 16, you have surgery and then you're pretty. Our protagonist Tally has been looking forward to this surgery her entire life, but just before she turns 16, her friend Shay runs away. The powers that be tell Tally that she has to go after Shay and bring her back, or she will never have this surgery and she will be ugly forever. I've read this series several times and I do really like it. So those are my 3 recommendations for books I love to reread. As always, this is #JMO, just my opinion. If you like what you see and hear, please consider subscribing to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. Thank you for watching.